For 3 years, every client Daedalus XR, my software agency, got came from luck or a referral. No system, no process. Then, in January 2026, a cash flow crisis hit hard. We decided to hire a salesperson. Instead, we ended up hiring a consultant for 5,000 euros. First thing he told us was, "You're not ready to hire a salesperson. You don't even know what your ICP is. So what are you going to tell him?" He was right. So here's what we learned. Our problem was the following. In January 2026, we hit a cash flow crisis because our client acquisition system was entirely, and I'd say dangerously, based on referral and word of mouth. So in 2025, we did well, but at the end of 2025, the client acquisition machine stopped working because referrals are unstable. You cannot actually base cash flow on that. So we hit a cash flow crisis. This doesn't mean that we didn't have money. A lot of projects should have paid in the next few months, but in that precise moment, we had no money. That's the results of a sales system based only on luck and referrals for 3 years. So we did what every founder does in this situation. We told ourselves, well, we have a sales problem, so we should just hire a salesperson. So we posted a job for that, and a sales consultant replied. His name is Simone. He told us, "You don't even know what to tell a salesperson yet." And that's true. Simone made us reflect. Simone told us, yeah, you can hire a salesperson, but probably that salesperson will come to you and will ask you, what is your ICP? What is your positioning? What kind of service you are offering precisely? What kind of niche you are targeting? What are the cold email strategy that work the best? And probably you won't have any answers to that. And that's true, that really hit us because we didn't have a strategy at that time. We didn't even have a positioning, an ICP. So Simone told us, before hiring a salesperson, make sure to design your own strategy and to test it and to make it work. Then you can outsource sales to a salesperson who is basically only going to follow your playbook. And that's true. This really hit us. So we decided to book a consultancy from him. We paid him 5,000 euros. It was basically divided into 3 phases. The first one was about positioning. Simone helped us to understand who Daedalus XR is selling to and why. The second phase was about defining our ICP, and that was embarrassing because we hadn't done it in 3 years. It was the first time that we did that, and it was aligning because for the first time we actually decided to be vertical, to have a specific profile of a client we should chase. Then phase 3 was about outbound, inbound, and networking. So Simone introduced us to different ways of outreaching clients. And that's important because once you build a strategy, once you build a system, you can also start to have predictability because you are running experiments and then you are collecting data. For example, you know that if you send 100 emails, probably 5 of them will answer and probably 1 of them will purchase a project from you. So having a system with KPIs, with strategies, with methodologies, it helps you to understand which kind of output is related to a specific input. So after these 3 phases of consulting, the output was that we, for the first time, created the CRM, we had a cold mail system, and we started to track every kind of sales moment. And this was also the first time for us, because we had been very disorganized. We didn't used to follow any specific framework. We just used to speak with clients, then send a message, then book a call. We had no structure. And structure is the first thing you need to install in your software agency if you want to have predictability. Because as I told you before, you can start to track, and once you collect data, you can also start to forecast your future sales. So, what is my verdict about this consultation with Simone? It was very good, because finally we acquired a method. We understood what our ICP was, how to use a CRM, and we structured the way we do sales calls. But the problem, in my opinion, is that it was too much info. A lot of information that was super good because we learned a lot, but zero accountability after, because after the consultation ended, we were alone. So we needed to apply all the things that we learned alone. And yeah, that could be done, but an helping hand is good, you know. So we will probably come back to Simone and ask him to assist in build this predictable sales system. Because you know, business coaching is like therapy. The coach gives you input, but then you have to apply them. And if you don't do that, that's basically useless and pointless. So accountability is key. This is my experience with hiring a sales consultant. Let me know if you have ever hired a sales consultant and share your experience. I'm really interested into that. If you want to contact me directly, you can check the link in the description. Thank you, and see you at the next video.